You see the girl who thought a Chick-fil-A bag was a child?
Okay, so I have to tell you guys a story because I don't know if you guys have seen the new Chick-fil-A bags, but they got me good. So the other day, Jake and I were going through the drive-thru at Chick-fil-A, and there's a giant window, so you can sit inside the Chick-fil-A and see out to the drive-thru. So the drive-thru can also see into the Chick-fil-A, if that makes sense. So we're sitting in the drive-thru, I'm looking in the Chick-fil-A, watching all the people eat their food, and there's this cute mom and like child sitting in the window, and their bag has this like writing on it. And Jake noticed at first, he was like, Courtney, does that lady's bag say help me? And I was like, wait, what? And sure enough, I look and it says help me in like a really graphic writing. And it was perfectly facing the window, like almost like she set it up, said help me, and her and her child are just eating lunch. And I'm like, oh my God.
Chad said her stairs look racist. That's pretty funny.
Oh my gosh.
I don't even know what that means. It just kind of makes sense to me.
Many videos on this, like we gotta go help her, but also like, is that real? Because part of it did look like the Chick-fil-A writing. I was like, why does that look like their little cow wrote it? Like, I'm sorry, it does, but at the same time, who would put help me on the bag? And under help me were two more words. So I was like, we need to figure out what those other two words are, and that will tell me if it was Chick-fil-A or if this woman actually needs help. But we sat there and I'm just watching. I was like, do I go in? Do I say something? We're pulling up. We start ordering our food, okay? And I just was like, Courtney, this is your time. I was like, if you don't help this woman, you won't sleep. Like, if you go in there and she actually needs help, like, you won't.
Bro, it's fucking wild to me because, like, this in and of itself, I can't even pay attention to this. It's just, like, so fucking long. Oh, my God. Which is wild because, like, I'm supposed to have the attention span to watch a 3-minute video. But, like, it's not even banned true crime. She has the same... She has all the perfect workings of, like, the mania that so many Americans experience, dude. She's just like, I don't know. She's just brain broken, brother. She's just brain broken. So many people's brains are broken.
You will not sleep at night. You will not be okay. I was like, but if you go in there and it's a freaking Chick-fil-A writing, it's going to be weird. It's going to be awkward. I'm going to be like, oh, I thought you needed help, you know? But I said, you know what? I'm going to take my chance. I'm going to take my chance. I can't sleep if this woman actually needs help. I've seen way too many stories where they're like, they do stuff like this. They pass a note, you know, and I'm like, I have to be there. I have to help her. So I get out of the car mid-drive-through. Jake's like, I'm like, no, gotta go. He's like, where are you going? I'm like, I'm going to go help this woman. And he's like, what are you going to do? I was like, you know what? I don't know. And then that's when it hit me. I'm like, what am I going to do? What am I going to do? Like, is, you know, someone here? Like, I'm like, what? I don't know. Like, am I going to fight that? Like, I'm like, no, you're not. But I was ready. But I was ready to help her. I said, you know, I don't know what I'm going to do.
Damn sick. Thank you for almost stopping a potential child kidnapping. Like, what is this fucking story then? Like, if you genuinely think that, like, a child is being kidnapped, then why didn't you do everything to stop it? Suburbanites separated from the reality in those crime-ridden cities. We talk about the lady from Alabama, or is that still too touchy at the moment? I don't even know what that is.
I'm gonna help this woman. So I run in there. I have the whole thing. I'm like, okay, if this is not help, I'm just have to go to the bathroom. I was like, oh, sorry, I had to go to the bathroom. But if it is help, then we'll make a game plan. Her and I will sit down. We will make a game plan. Anyway, I go in. I walk in. I look to my left. I see all the Chick-fil-A orders. Sure enough, they have all the freaking help me something writing on them. What kind of marketing is that? I was ready to defend this.
Wait, isn't it literally like the chicken? Wait, it's gotta be, right? Oh my God, it literally is, dude. It's just the cow. Chick-fil-A customer tried to help woman after seeing help me written on her bag. It was a marketing tactic. More recently, the restaurant has launched the game Code Moo using another slogan in the same hand-painted typeface. Bags advertising the game, please help the herd. One customer unaware of this launch says she saw the slogan in a bag through the window. Dude, why? Okay. People need to understand something. This is not a issue with the marketing campaign. This is an issue with the psyche of the average suburban white woman and just like the average woman and average man in the United States of America. Okay, not even just like a suburban white lady, but just like the average American is so schizophrenic at this point due to like an endless sea of content that is like rewiring their brain in an unimaginable way on social media, that they look at something and immediately assume, oh, children are being sex trafficked, I think, here. Like, The problem here isn't Chick-fil-A, and I can't believe I'm saying this. It's like I'm not even defending Chick-fil-A, but the problem here, surprisingly, is not with Chick-fil-A. The problem here is you see help. It's kind of like this. It's kind of like seeing a help wanted sign, okay, on a storefront and immediately assuming that children are being sex trafficked and they wrote help wanted on the side of the store. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. That's fucking crazy. What is going on? No, it's true. The other day, some poor Chick-fil-A worker wrote, "Eat more chicken" on my bag, and I knew exactly what they meant, so I went inside and saved them. They weren't even able to spell. Even the way she describes it, she just wanted to be a hero. Yes, it's more than that. It's the cultural integration of hyper neoliberalism in the American psyche. I don't know what's going on there either, but could you not say we're schizophrenic because of the culture and champions ad campaigns like this? Ad campaigns in the 24-hour news cycle are all the same companies. Wait, what? Except ad campaigns in the 24-hour news cycle has existed for some time now, but there's a new component here that has made people extra crazy. Okay? The extra craziness is coming from somewhere else, okay? The extra craziness is coming from social isolation. And on top, like human beings are social animals, okay? We're social animals. We need other humans to check ourselves, okay? Constantly, back and forth. We need interaction with other human beings, sometimes strangers, for example, so that we know how to behave, kind of, to have a cohesive understanding of society. And yet nowadays, we don't have that at all. And the only like crumb of experiences that we have with other human beings that we perceive as like normal human beings is online through anonymous accounts or through TikTok. So we don't have any capacity to stay grounded because all of that like random interaction that you have with another stranger happens on the internet, and it's done through the hyper specific algorithms that are rewiring our brains to change the way we understand the world. Okay? This is legitimately an issue. Back in my day, we used to talk to people, okay, boomer. I do legitimately think that this is a problem. It's like seeing a Hamburglar and thinking a convict escaped. Since 9/11, we've been trained to be hypervigilant. I think that plays a role. As far as the media's role in this, I do think that the media has played a role in making people infinitely more crazy, partially because there's constantly a threat. There's a constant danger. You need to be hypervigilant. You need to be really scared of everyone else. You need to be scared of people that you don't know. But again, there is a real world counter to that, which was basically living in a mixed income urban environment around other people. And nowadays, you don't have to do that. You don't have to live in an environment like that. You can get a feeling that you're doing that by being online. And then when you get it, when you get that false sense of diverse learned experiences by just looking at TikTok, which is geared towards whatever your taste clusters are and constantly pumping, that over and over again, you end up kind of losing sight of what the real world looks like. Okay? It's not a product of TikTok or whatever. This always happens. This is just another moral panic, similar to the satanic panic. Same thing, different medium of information. That part is true. This has definitely always existed. I just don't think that social media is helping, especially when you consider that there was, even during the satanic panic stuff, there was at least like what I just explained to you, the sense of community. This one is worse. You just gotta walk up to your arm while you. Okay, I don't want to look at this guy. This guy is insane. It's the Chapo Boys and Chapo FYM This is like their guy. Seeing this guy walk up to your arm while your child throws an embarrassing public tantrum is exactly the kind of helpful intervention every mom dreams of. Gen Z is coping hard. Your speculation on TikTok's adverse effects on humanity is 100% correct. I think that this is not great. That's all I'm saying. And I think that with no counter to that, with no real world sense of community that you can at least ground yourself with, I find it to be truly terrifying what the future prospects will look like, what the future will look like for an entire generation whose understanding of the world is completely shaped by hyper-specific algorithms that are cultivated to keep you tapped in, which we already know. I love amateur psychoanalysis. I mean, look, I'm a dumbass. Take it or leave it. You know what I mean? I'm a dumbass. Like, I'm not a professional in this field at all. I've never made it seem like I'm a professional in this field at all. I'm just a guy who grew up on social media, who was kind of there at the bottom floor a little bit, and someone who's built a very successful career on social media. It's kind of my job to look at this kind of stuff. And early on, I recognized that, for example, the alt-right rabbit hole on YouTube was a major problem. I would tell YouTube and Google every single opportunity that I had. I was like, you have to fix this. You have to fix this. They were very aware of it, and they still kept it going because it was very financially good for their platform, right? To keep people engaged for as long as they possibly could. And more right-wing reactionary content kept people super engaged. I think that genuinely had an impact on people's collective consciousness in some way. Like, an entire generation of people were predisposed towards like right-wing content and commentary of that sort. Get off your high horse and live a little. You've never felt more alive than being afraid of your own shadow at every turn. # end child trafficking. You say I'm crazy. I say I'm staying alive, brother. Don't come crying to me when you're being trafficked and I'm sipping on mimosas with a deagle strapped to my hip. I think this person is just like memeing. But anyway, yeah, for the record, I don't think anybody's in the market for a 6'4", 32-year-old hairy Turkish man. No matter how many videos I dislike, I cannot stop receiving Jordan Peterson, Ben Shapiro, Andrew Tate on my YouTube Shorts feed. Yeah, they did the YouTube Shorts. YouTube Shorts is basically whenever, I'll explain it like this. Whenever YouTube wants to launch a new initiative, they bring back the good old algorithm booster, which whatever keeps you engaged and entertained, we will keep pumping that. And we already know from old YouTube, what keeps you entertained and engaged is right-wing conspiracy theories. So, that's just how it works. That's just what's going on here as well. The algorithm Jews before we turn the regulation faucet on. Yeah, and then they do that. They turn around and go, "Oops, my bad. Let's fix it. Sorry about that. We'll fix it. We're working on fixing it." That's why I keep seeing Pregnant Sonic on my recommended feed. My brother's now full-on conspiracy theories because of the algorithm brainwashing him. He used to be a rational person. Yeah. There is something very, elusive. YouTube's like a graceful overlord, except it's in the 19th century and you're in Russia. But yeah, why did I get to this? Well, I got to this because, this is like actually fucking bananas.
I was ready to go and say, we gotta get out of here. But all it was the Chick-fil-A, it's like an ad. And I said, no, nerd. So then, of course, I'm like, just, did my little bathroom skit, went to the bathroom, and then I got back in my car, and Jake was like, so was everything okay? And I was like, yeah, it's just a cow from the Chick-fil-A that wrote that, so we're good.
Nice.